Hey everybody, Scott Pierce here at Listings to Leads, and in this call, I'm going to walk you through how to generate between 23 and 116 leads, both buyer leads and seller leads in the next 7 days with a just listed listing, yours or borrowed. This training is going to be great for coming soon, just listed, active or open house, yours or borrowed. And we want to make sure that we're doing this every single week. So in this video, I would like to encourage you to go ahead and log into your Listings to Leads account, and let's actually do this together. You can pause the video as needed, go along and do the activity that we're doing together, and then let our support team know if you need any help with it. So in doing this, we're going to be marketing our brand to our entire audience across multiple platforms, social media, farm, database, and so on. We're going to generate a lot of buyer leads. And in those buyer leads, we're also going to generate seller leads as well, because a lot of times homeowners, when they start thinking about selling their home in the very early stages, they'll start looking at other properties for sale in the area. So they may see a Facebook post, they may see a Facebook ad, they may see a postcard, door hanger, e-flyer, who knows what it's going to be. But within the tools of Listings to Leads, we've got everything that you need to engage both buyers, but also these homeowners that are doing research, that are looking at what's going on in the market, so that you're going to engage more and more of them. So this is part of our daily marketing plan that we're going to do to grow your business. Today is June 3rd, Monday, and you can see the whole calendar. Every day of the month, we're going to have a quick training on how to do all of these activities so that you are generating 71 to 225 leads and engaging them every single week. A lot of these are really focused on seller leads, but even the things that you're going to be doing to generate buyer leads, there are a fair number of people that come in as a buyer lead that end up listing as well. I hear it all the time. So let's get over to listingstoleads.com. Either go ahead and log into your account and let's actually do this together, or sign up for a free trial. And again, let's actually do it together. Everything I'm going to talk about, you can do in a free trial. So when you log in, you're going to land on the dashboard, and let's click over to listings. You can do everything we're going to talk about right here on the dashboard, but in the listings area, it's a little bit easier, especially if you are newer to the program. If you need help adding that listing to your account, let our support team know, but you can go here. Hopefully it's coming in from a data feed. You can see if it's available for grabbing, and a couple of other options here, as well as adding it manually. If you have to add it manually, it should literally take you about 2.5 minutes, quicker than going to get a cup of coffee. I just went and got a cup of coffee, and it took about a minute for the coffee machine to even start producing the coffee. I had to warm up and everything, and I could have almost had that listing done before that coffee got completed. So regardless, the listing is now in your account. Status is just listed. If you need to add professional photos, videos, 3D tours, anything else, you can do that by clicking edit. You'll see where to do that there. Again, let our support team know if you need help. But let's go ahead and click on the green market listing button. And all we're going to do is go down this list and complete most of these items here. We're going to do it together so you can watch me do it and you can do it as well. Before we go there, I want to remind you or show you that we do have a phenomenal detailed write-up with the recorded webinar here. So click that green Learn More button, open up a new tab, and it's a phenomenal write-up as if we were sitting right next to each other. And it's in the it's in the order of the list that you see here on the screen. So you can just click the button, scroll down to what you want, read it, and have a really good understanding of it if you need to. We also have a checklist. So again, you can click download right here and download the checklist. And I highly recommend doing that because it is so easy to get scattered in real estate. You're doing a million different things all the time. And so print this up, leave it where you're going to do your work, and make sure you check off each one of these as you get it done, because you don't generate and engage leads if you don't do the activities. So a lot of people like to complain about getting things done. Just get this stuff done. It's not that hard to do. And once you do this a couple of times, you're literally going to see how easy it is. So with that said, let's go ahead and click on the first item, Facebook and Instagram ads. Now this will generate leads, name, email, phone number, but also purchase time frame. So all you do, it'll drop you off right here where it says create ad. and confirm the location. We'll put in the location of the city automatically. We'll do the 15-mile radius special housing ad category that we all need to do. We're going to do a default lifetime budget of $35. All of that is completely editable, but that's our basic recommendation. You can edit the text. You can edit the image, even add a video if you wanted to, and a lot of other things that you can do, but keep it simple. You don't need to overthink this. We've done all the work in the background. We got the API with Facebook. All of that is dialed in for you. So confirm location, confirm budget, and click the button and let us do the work for you. Again, you're going to get names, emails, phone numbers, but also the purchase timeframes. Let me show you what an ad looks like so we can get a feel for that. Click show ad. And again, all of the text is editable. All the image is editable. It could even be a video if you wanted, but people see the ad. They click it. What's your time frame to buy? Select, and I'll even say just dreaming. Next, name, email, phone number. They're going to click next. They're going to go through to the single property website site. And let me just show that to you. And so the e-flyers, the social media posts, all the other tools, the postcards, all link to the single property website that you see here. Gorgeous with the video. As people scroll down, they have all the images, some lead capture there so that you can assist and provide even more value. And all of this is customizable as well. I can rearrange, turn on, turn off, add different sections. Maybe I'm a homeowner, like I talked about earlier, looking at different properties in my area to see what's going on. I see a PDF guide I can download. Do I own a home? Yes. Do I need to sell before I buy a new one? Yes. Click continue and download that PDF guide, and I get a lead update. Continue scrolling down. They can see your 100-point home marketing plan. So again, they can click view your marketing plan. If I was a homeowner and I saw a offer for viewing your 100-point home marketing plan, I would be very interested in getting that. So there you can see how those ads work, super easy, and what happens when people click an ad. So next up is the social media post. If you have your account set up, if you went through the setup wizard, this should have posted automatically. If you need to, go ahead and click on the dashboard, and you'll see a section there where you can go through that wizard. Alternatively, you can either come here and click post now or schedule. So you can click post now, select which tool you would like to post, and click the post now button. That will send it to Facebook, Instagram, X, LinkedIn, and Google My Business. Make sure you do Google My Business, because I've talked to people whose points have just dramatically increased. So when they turned on social media auto posting with listings to leads to include listings and other items that we have for social media auto posting, and it goes to their Google pages, the Google pages are getting a lot of more visibility in their areas. So make sure you set that up as well. So here you can see the post. People will see it that are connected to your pages. They're going to click through. Like I said earlier, they're going to go to that single property website where they can get all the great information about that listing and or engage you further with those offers that you've got in the single property website. Next up, this is for listing agents. So these next two tools, one is a social media post for the seller to share on their Facebook page. The other one here is a e-flyer for them to share with their friends and family via email. And this is a tool that top producers absolutely love, because it's one of the best ways to get into the sphere of influence of the seller, where all those people know the seller. So you want to make sure that you are touching base with them, and this lets you do that in a way that is going to get you more great leads for free. So with that said, click the green send to seller button, add the seller email addresses. I got two here, you can see, and I got Dear Ian and Lauren, and just click the green send button. So click send. I've already got that done, so I will show that to you in a minute. Same thing with the e-flyer for the seller's sphere of influence. Click the green send to seller button. That'll bring forward, that'll auto-populate from the thing that we just did. So just again, confirm that, click the green send button. And what's going to happen is 2 emails are going to go to the seller you will be CC'd, and I'm going to show you those emails right now. So here's the social media post that was sent to the seller, and it will allow them to put that on their Facebook page. And I'm going to show you that in a minute. There is also the e-flyer that was sent to my seller, and I got a copy of that as well as the agent. Now the seller's going to think I sent this to them. And so what I want you to do is, after you get your versions, is I want you to call the seller up and say something along the lines of this. Hey, Ian, it's Scott. Just want to let you know that we got your listing out there being marketed. It's on Zillow. It's on Realtor.com. We just submitted a Facebook ad. It's on our social medias. We have a lot of other great marketing that we're doing. But I sent you a couple of things, one to share on Facebook, one to share via email, because you likely know people who know people looking to buy in the area. And in this market, we do not want to leave any stones unturned. That's it. Super simple. You're letting the seller know that you're doing marketing already. You got marketing that's going out. You got more marketing that's coming. And you sent them a couple of things, because in this changing market, everybody knows the market is a little bit crazy. It always is. And you want them to share this on Facebook and email. If they have any questions, you can help them out with it, because all the seller is going to do is, first of all, the e-flyer, they can just forward that out. And again, people click the e-flyer and the single property website comes up just like the ad, just like the post. And in the social media post for the seller, they're going to just copy the part in the box. It says right there, please copy and paste to your Facebook page. So they're going to highlight and copy that. I'll go ahead and close that now. They'll go to their Facebook page. I'll just go to the mastermind group, and look how awesome this looks. Hit post. And now it's promoting you. It's promoting the fact that you got the property listed for sale. And the beautiful thing is that as the listings change its status over time, these emails will go out. And imagine if I have an open house, it'll go out again. If the listing goes pending, it's going to go out again. When the listing sells, it'll go out again. So we're going to tell an entire beautiful story to the seller's sphere of influence via both Facebook and email. So their friends are going to see it. The friends are going to come in here. They're going to like it. They're going to comment on it. They're going to click. They're going to go to the single property website, just like we saw before. And we're going to generate some phenomenal leads from the seller's sphere of influence. So I would, if you are connected to the seller on social media, is after they post this, come in here and like it. And that way you'll be notified of anybody coming in and leaving comments. I wouldn't stalk the page, but I would check it out once in a while. And if I thought there were any comments or questions that would be appropriate for me, right? Don't stalk it. Don't be weird. Don't argue with people. But where it is appropriate for you to add value, do so. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Don't be salesy, but be there of service, be of value, offer what you can to better engage people on their Facebook page. With that said, next up is the Nearby Homeowner letter. Now, the Nearby Homeowner letter also has a circle prospecting script. The circle prospecting script has a version where you send out the letter, postcard, or door hanger, or you don't. So we do have a version that you can circle prospect with where you don't mail out anything. But I'm going to tell you, I just got off the call with a guy, top producer. He's actually using the door hanger, which is about 4 or 5 tabs down there. He uses the door hanger, right? And kills it, gets the listings. In fact, he told me he just got a couple of listings recently from using the door hanger as well. So the letter is absolutely phenomenal. People are generating listings constantly. Door hangers are phenomenal as well. So get them to 1 to 200 homes around the listing. You can click the print and mail, and you can actually mail outside of or from listings to leads. You could download the letter, the postcard, the door hanger, and upload it to any print service that you want to, so you don't have to use ours. And you can also door knock or door drop, which is phenomenal. So a lot of times people take this letter, get into the mastermind group, because there's a lot of great conversations around this letter, but essentially it lets people know that the property here just listed for sale, lets them know they get all the price, photos, details, and more by going to this URL or sending a text or scanning that QR code. And it continues further. When the home is sold, it will affect their home's value. And they can go here to get a home value estimate. Now you saw they can also get a home value estimate at the single property website. So this letter right here, it gets saved a lot. So very similar to the door hangers. So they get saved a lot. And people scan the QR code. They're checking out the single property website for the listing. They see they got the ability to get their home value right there as well. So that is going to get you more listings. I hear it all the time from people. Start using this letter. And again, the letter or the door hanger, I think would be the two best things. The postcards are phenomenal as well. Now, mailing is great. And again, I talk to people all the time that get listings from this. But when you combine it with calling, and you've got this script right here, you're going to get even more listings. Now, again, I could just go into Mojo. I could pull up a list of all the homeowners who are on my listing worth $500,000 or more, 3-bedroom, what to fit the profile that you want of a listing. And I could literally call without even mailing. Now, calling without mailing is better than nothing. Mailing without calling is better than nothing. But doing both together is absolutely phenomenal. So the script is super, super easy. The point of the script, similar to the letter, is letting the people know that the property is for sale right near them. So you can read through that script there and see that, and letting them know that when this property is sold, it will affect local home values. And would they like to get a home value estimate on their property? So you can click here. It'll open up your landing page, and you could literally add them right here while you're circle prospecting. So if you get somebody on the phone and they want more information about the listing, great. You can actually text or email or whatever you want while you're on the phone with them, more information about the listing, because it's right near them. They're going to be interested most likely. And if they also go, great, you know what? I would like to get my home value estimate to see what's going on once this property changes. Just add them right here. So add the property address, click get value estimate, add their name and email. And once you do that, they'll get their home value estimate right then. But then every 30 days thereafter, they will get an updated home value estimate automatically from Listings to Leads. So you don't have to use another program to stay in touch with homeowners offering their home value estimate. We do that right from Listings to Leads. And as you can see, you're getting listing leads by marketing a just listed listing. Now, the nearby homeowner letter and circle prospecting are mostly for listing agents. The only time I would use this where I'm borrowing a listing is if I'm doing an open house and I'm going to use the letter and the phone call as a quasi invitation to the open house. All the call to actions, all the scripts would still be the same as you see here. But at the end of it, or maybe the beginning of it, I would mention the open house and that you are invited as a neighbor. Maybe you're going to have a neighbors only open house that they are specifically invited to, or it could be your main open house. But again, these two tools, the letter and the script, are primarily for listing agents. The caveat being, if you're going to borrow a listing to hold open, then I think it's absolutely phenomenal to pull a list, call through that list, invite them to the open house, always scrub against the DNC. I just did one this morning and I got 250 contacts within a very tight circle of a listing. It seems like it should be a hard thing to do, but it's really not. So again, try to get 1 to 200 letters or door hangers or postcards out the door. And then you're not going to be able to call probably 200 to 300 people. But I'm telling you, the more people you call to script, the more listings you're going to get. Next up, and this is for all agents, listing and borrowing agents, the e-flyer for your database and the database script. So we're going to send the e-flyer to our database. That will warm up the phone call that we're going to make, which is a did you get phone call. So for the e-flyer, now I can send it to everybody in Listings to Leads. I can click here and I could say, send it to all my leads in Listings to Leads. Or alternatively, I could say, you know what? Send it to all my buyer leads, send it to all my seller leads, right? Whatever list I want to send it to. And you can do it a couple of different ways. Click copy code. go to your CRM, Boomtown, KV Core, Lion Desk, it doesn't matter, whatever CRM you're using, and we can send it through there. It takes literally about 1 minute and about 4 clicks. So I'm going to log into Lion Desk, and I'm not recommending Lion Desk. I've just had this account literally for over a decade. So in Lion Desk, I would go to Contacts. And if you don't know how to do this with your CRM, I highly recommend that you do it because it's going to set up that phone call absolutely beautifully. And the e-flyers that we have generate a lot more engagement than your IDX listing flyer, your MLS listing flyer, this because we focus on call to actions and lead capture and a few different ways of doing it. So I'm on this page. I go to bulk actions, email. So I'm going to email 8,092 people. Wow. And not only am I going to email that many people, I'm also going to call a subset. So give yourself a subject line, and then you're going to see a button that says source. So in this editor here, right above where you type, there's a button called source. Click on it, drop in that code, and there's that beautiful e-flyer that we were just looking at. So people are going to click it, go to the single property website. And if they click on this one, they're going to go to your free home values landing page where they can get their automated home value estimate and constantly get updates every month thereafter. So I always recommend sending a test email first to yourself and make sure it looks good, and then click send email. You are going to get a better rate of return than even a Facebook ad because these are all free leads and they're going to click through, they're going to re-engage, they're going to pop up, maybe go from a cold lead to a warm lead to a hot lead by sending this email right here to your database. And then what are we going to do? We're going to call through our database. So I don't care if you call 2 people or 20 people. If you can call 20 to 30 people a day, depending on how many people are in your database, you are going to generate more listings. All right. Similar to everything else that we do here. It is super easy to do. So I would go through and I'd pick whether they're people that live right near that property that are in my database, maybe that are not part of the circle prospecting, or it doesn't matter. Don't overthink it. Start calling. There's a version here where you sent the e-flyer to your database. That's 10 times better, but calling without sending the e-flyer is way better than nothing. So pick whichever version's appropriate. You got the script right here. So you're letting them know that you sent them an e-flyer, or if you didn't, you got the 2 versions, like I said, and they'll change. If you subscribe to the text service, you can give that text code and they can send a text, or you can offer to resend it. And if they want more information, and then you got 3 different versions. Do they own a home in that same area? That would be this version. And FYI, that's the same version as the circle prospecting, but they may be in your database owning a home not close at all. We have a version for that as well. So they may own a home on the other side of the city or in another city altogether. No problem. We got the script for that. As well, they may be a buyer lead or a renter. We've got a version of the script for that also. So it is literally appropriate to call every lead in your database using this script. Now, again, I want you to pick, if you're not calling anybody in your database, call 2 or 3 people, but you don't need to be scared. You don't need to overthink it. If you send the email ahead of time, which should literally take you about a minute, you're going to have much better results. And it becomes, like I said, more of a did you get phone call. Again, start with 2 or 3 today if you need to, and work your way up every day, because every day we have other scripts, because engaging your database is a big part of the success. We can't just keep generating leads. We can't generate leads and wait for them to raise their hand and call us. That would be phenomenal, but that's not what sales is. Sales is us being proactive and making things happen, right? All successful people make things happen. So get that out the door, get that done. Next up is a short form video script. I've talked to a few people lately who are amazingly increasing their social media presence with these scripts. And these are people that are actually pretty damn good at doing video. So the short form video script, what you're going to want to do is click the green send button and you'll see your email there. Click send. Now keep in mind, You do not have to be in the video. It'd be great if you were, but you don't have to be. You can see here, I just got the email. That's the same thing that you're looking at on the screen. And either on your phone or right here, these two green buttons are for teleprompter apps. The blue one, if you click it either on your phone or right here, will take you to a video on how to use that teleprompter app. So you can see there I got my phone open. I'm going to copy the script into my app. I'm going to record it, and I'm going to put that thing on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, right anywhere I can put a video, I'm going to put that video. So again, get that done because those are free leads. And it's really one of the best ways for people to get to know you, like you, and trust you. The algorithms will push it. We've got short form video scripts every single day of the week. You literally get 5 to 15 scripts a week from Listings to Leads. They're all free. They're free to use. They're for free for lead generation. It's free branding. There's absolutely no reason why you wouldn't do it unless you just don't want the business. So we got the single property website, we got the full screen and standard, the virtual tour. Next up is the listing flyers. So let me show you something here. Let me see if I can bring this up. For listing agents, you want to make sure your yard sign looks like this. I have clients that have gotten listings. I had a client last week or 2 weeks ago told me $900,000 listing, got a come list me call from the sign writer. So if you do it like we say, every single status, you should have a sign writer just like this. It looks like it's probably backwards in the video, but you can see it on the screen. So you want the status on the top. You want the sign writer like this, which I will show you. That's in Listings to Leads. And this guy puts the flyer box here. When he talks about this in a listing presentation, he gets more listings. Can you imagine you going to a listing appointment and the agent next door to that home had this yard sign? And when the homeowner asked you, what does your yard sign looks like, right? Which they probably never do. But when you bring it up in a listing presentation, then it really matters because if the listing agent that has this, comparing it to other agents is going to win hands down every single time. And again, I talk to people all the time. They get buyer leads, they get buyers, they get sellers from their yard signs when they're done correctly. So all these listing flyers, obviously put them at the property. They're great for your open house, but get them on the yard sign as well. I will come back to the postcard and door hanger in a second, but because we're talking about yard signs, when I click on sign writers, again, if I'm subscribed to the Listings to Leads text service, these codes stay with you. They stay in your account. So when this listing sells, that text code 10001, I can transfer it to another listing, and that way I can put this sign on another listing. So I don't have to throw away or buy new sign writers all the time. I can just rotate them around my different listings as appropriate. So again, rewind the video, take a look at that yard sign if you need to. Go to your MLS, like $5 to $10 for the statuses, because you're going to change. When you have an open house, put the open house one on. When it goes pending, put the pending one on. Because every time I do that, it catches the eyes again of all the neighbors and everybody coming through that area. And it's going to get them to look at that yard sign again. And if I've got the ability for them to text for more information, they're more likely to do that. If I've got print flyers in a flyer box, they're more likely to take them. But it all starts with getting the just listed, getting the for sale, getting the open house, getting the pending, and changing them as appropriate to re-engage all the people coming by. So make sure you're definitely doing that. And last up right here with the postcards and door hangers. So again, we talked about the nearby homeowner letter. But again, I got off a call recently with the guy who's doing the door hangers, and he loves the door hangers better because in a lot of neighborhoods where they have the mailboxes where all the homes come together, the postcards can get stacked and they get messed up. So he was like, the door hangers are amazing because you got to pick it up to take it off the door. And when you pick it up and you just look at it while you're walking back to the kitchen to throw it away, you see it's about a property right down the street that's for sale. And here, let me just bring it up here. And similar to the letter, they can, oh, that was the postcard. That's fine. I'll show you the postcard, but I was looking for the door hanger. They can scan the QR code to go to the single property website, and they can also get a home value right from the door hanger. So just like the letter, just like the postcard, I don't really care so much which one of these you use, but it is critical if you want more listings to get this to the neighbors, right? Pick your poison, letter, postcard, or door hanger. Try to get them to 1 to 200 people around that listing, and then circle prospect those same homes. So again, you could use Mojo Dialer. You could create a list of homeowners, scrub against the DNC, 500,000, certain price range and higher, certain home value and higher. So you got a great list of homes to call, mail, door knock, door drop, and call for the most listings. And especially if you do it when that listing goes pending and sold, and you get into that training and we're going to do this again when it's pending. We're going to do it again when it gets sold. And by stacking these activities on top of each other at different statuses, the results keep getting a lot better and better over time. So it's not about just doing it once while the listing is just listed. It's about doing it a couple of times, 2 to 3 times is perfect, so that we are going to further engage more of those homeowners and get more listings from it. It's literally that easy. So we got the scripts, we got the postcards, we got all the tools that you need to generate more buyers, generate more listings, blow up your brand in your local audience. And with that, if you have any questions on any of this, let our support team know. Get into the mastermind group. We'll talk to you soon.